Hey, what's up? Welcome back. I know it's been a few days. It's been like 9 days, but I was busy with other stuff. I have to pay bills. I mean, hey, if you want to see me do this full time, like and subscribe. Anyway, today I'm doing another Barenaked Ladies video. This one is for their song Easy, because I actually went back and re-examined the song and looked at some of the lyrics for it, and I actually try to look at the meaning because sometimes I do, if I can find it, to kind of help frame the conversation. And it said basically the song's about someone who dealing with someone who's very manipulative, and then they realize they're being manipulated, but they always let their emotions take control and take hold of them. So from that premise, we're gonna look into this song and its lyrics. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's get into it.
What's a boy to do when you tell your tale and it never fails, or just end up feeling bad for you? With your hangdog eyes, you can bring me down. Now I'm wrapped around your whole hand. Stop looking so surprised. Make it easy. Make it easy.
Alright, so let's break down this first part here before we get to the chorus for the first time, because the lyrics are kind of short and to the point, but there's a lot going on. So the first part of the first verse, I'm putting this up here so we all can follow along easier. But anyway, the first part of the first verse, when he says, he breaks down the scenario basically and his mental state in dealing with the situation. When he's like, what's a boy to do when you tell your tale and it never fails, I just end up feeling bad for you. Essentially, this person is always coming to him with a sob story, with, looking for pity and sympathy, those types of people. And he knows that it's bullshit. You can see even here, what's a boy to do when you tell your tale and it never fails, I just end up feeling bad for you. He knows it's bullshit, but he knows that ultimately he's going to give in, because this person knows how to pull on his heartstrings, because he's I would say, like, he's emotionally naive right here. And he allows his emotions to take control over his rational mind, even though he already kind of knows it's a bad idea. It's a very self-aware song, but it takes an interesting twist at the end. Anyway, and he says, then he even describes like how they do it, like with your hangdog eyes. At first, I thought he always said hang down, but I realized it says hang dog, which makes a lot more sense. With your hangdog eyes, you can bring me down. Now I'm wrapped around your whole hand. Stop looking like, basically, you come in, you look all sad. Again, it plays back in with the first part, and he's just going into the process. Like, when you make those sad puppy dog eyes, it instantly, makes me feel sad because you look sad, and you act like you're surprised that I'm doing what you want. Again, then, like, don't look surprised because you knew doing that would make me fold and give you what you wanted. Stop acting like you're innocent. And then, this goes into the chorus, you make it easy. It essentially is like, you make it easy for me to give into your whims, to give into your ways. You make it easy for me to succumb to my emotions and want to care for you, Anyway, let's get back to the song.
I've been burned before. You're not fooling me. There's no mystery. You've forgotten what you're hiding for. Call it self-defense. You can obfuscate and manipulate, but it's only at your own expense. You make it easy.
Okay, so in the second verse, as we kind of open up the whole scenario, let me see. So he goes into the basically his own thought process here, where he's like, "I've been burned before. You're not fooling me. There's no mystery. You've forgotten what you're hiding for." Essentially, he's like, "You've done this to me many, many times. I'm no longer blinded by what's actually happening. This isn't as surprising. There's nothing new you can do. You've even forgotten. You seem to have even forgotten that we both know what this game is, and you don't even know why you're doing it. You're just doing it pretty much maybe off instinct. That's why I think you've forgotten what you're hiding for. Like, you don't even know anymore why you're pretending. It's just habit at this point, I take it. And then he gets into, call it self-defense. You can obfuscate, manipulate, but it's only at your own expense. Essentially, you call it what you will. Like your defensiveness, you always try to deflect, take advantage of me, control me, but at the end, it will only cost you. At the end of the day, it'll do you more damage than it does me. And I think you'll kind of understand why by the end of the song. Then he gets into the, you make it easy part. And then right here is where it gets really interesting and things start to turn a little bit when he says, easy to be with you, easy to obey, easy to forgive you at the end of the day. And that's very important because that plays into the first two verses here, which is like the person's manipulation makes it easy for him to succumb. Again, easy to be entangled and stay with you because it's kind of a codependent thing, or he's very dependent on this person. It's easy to do what you want. You make it easy for me to stay, to do what you want, to take you back even when you burn and hurt me over and over and over again. But then it turns around in the last three lines and he says, easy now to judge you, easy to betray, easy to adore you though you want to run away. So he says, so at the same time he's like, at first it's very easy for him to succumb and give in, but now it's easy for him to kind of flip those emotions and easy to judge, easy to look at you with a more objective eye, I say. Easy to kind of do you dirty as well. Easy to treat you it's become easier now to treat you in a similar manner, but it's still easy to adore you though you want to run away. And it's still easy for me to still feel affection for you, even though you maybe now you want to leave and get away from the situation. But anyway, let's get back and wrap this whole thing up.
It's easy. Look what you have done. I can do the same. Two can play this game. You'll no longer be the only one. You make it easy.
So now, before we wrap up the song, because he's pretty much just gonna say "make it easy" until it fades out. It's very melodic, but I mean, we already know what that means. So this last little verse here, when he says, "Look what you have done. I can do the same. You can play this game. You'll no longer be the only one." Essentially, through the course of him being manipulated by this person, he himself has learned how to become a manipulator and a deceiver and how to obfuscate. He's learned all the things from up here in these last couple of lines, and now he's playing the game the same as this other person is, essentially also playing the same game on them now. So now he's no longer just a victim in this scenario. He's also become just as bad. In fact, this person's behavior has in some way corrupted him and taken away the naive, wide-eyed, nice guy and has now made him in some ways just as bad. And then essentially it plays back into the last part, you make it easy. And essentially, after all this time, it became, this other person made it easy for him to fall down to the same levels as them. Yeah. Anyway, let's wrap this song up. Cool. Okay, so that was Barenaked Ladies Easy. It's a song that I really enjoy, and I wanted to talk about it today. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are on it. You agree? You take something different from it? I'd like to know. Also, until next time, yeah, I guess I'll talk to you later. Peace.